if we're disallowing goals for what I've seen today, then I think it's time that we find a new hobby because, once again, frustrating VAR decisions. And it's not just the issue with VAR. The issue is, right, VAR as a concept, I like it when it corrects wrong decisions on field. But again, Wolves just seem to be getting shafted with things that I've not seen before or not heard before, or go against everything they say. They say clear and obvious. The foul for our equalising goal today is ridiculous. The fact the player's not gone down, there's been no appeal by the Bournemouth players. A perfectly legitimate goal ruled out, and completely killing the game once again. But look, let me know your thoughts if you caught the game as well. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Starting lineup for Wolves looked a little bit better today. A little bit more quality in there. Aït-Nouri coming back in. Semedo back in. Lamina, Sarabia all started as well. But saying that, for the strength of our lineup, the first half was probably the poorest 45 minutes of football I've seen all year. Really, really struggled. How Bournemouth weren't 3 or 4 goals up, I don't know. Jose Sarr, to be fair to him, forced into some really smart stops. And we really struggled to create anything. We really struggled to get out of our own half, to be completely honest. And frustratingly, Semedo, they're overloading that right-hand side quite often. Lack of energy. Basically, what Gary O'Neill tried to get us to play was play Aït-Nouri a bit further forward, almost Totti as a left back, and Lamina slotted in as like the third centre half. But there were times where Lamina or Tommy Doyle would lose the ball, and Bournemouth getting behind. You got Kilman on the left-hand side of the box, Santi Bueno on the right-hand side of the box, and loads of room for Bournemouth to work into. Ultimately, their goal came from the right-hand side. Semedo, for me, probably beaten a little bit too easily in behind. But what Max Kilman is doing for their goal, I don't know. The block is really, really poor, basically. The ball comes in by Kerkez, and I think Max Kilman has either got to have a much better first touch or get rid of with a big clearance. He doesn't either, really. And it's a pretty easy finish for Bournemouth in the end, and they took that lead into half-time. But it was a really poor first half from Wolves. Livened up a little bit in the second half. Still wasn't fantastic. Took us a while to wake up a little bit. But certainly started off a lot brighter, creating some half chances and so on. And then we get the goal, which was disallowed. Balling by Semedo. And to be honest, I thought, why are you crossing in? We've only got Hwang in the area, and it loops over the centre half, and it's a fantastic header by Hwang. First time, really, we had to properly test Travers, who's in goal for Bournemouth. And for me, it's a really, really well worked goal. And then when there was the pause, I really didn't understand what it was for, because there was nothing. There was like a little bit of a foul, like in the middle of the park, but it was from like the phase before. There'd been a stoppage since. I thought, well, it can't be for that. So what is this for? And until they showed the slow-mo clip at Molineux, I thought that was, a disastrous decision by Stuart Atwell. Absolutely disastrous. He was right in front of it. The linesman was right in front of it, by the way. If there's 2 blokes there watching the whole move and they don't think it's a foul, why is somebody else up at Stockley Park saying, nah, mate, you got to check that out again, it's a foul? The army's high by Cunha, but there's no way on this earth that is a foul. And once again, what's the point? What is the point this season? The passion for this football is getting worse. It's getting lower and lower. My patience and my enjoyment of football is dropping. And like I said at the start of the video, I don't mind VAR if it gets, incorrect on-field decisions, if it gets those right. But it's the fact that now they're just disallowing goals. Like the one at West Ham was the one. And this one's even worse for me today. I think the one at West Ham hurt more because it was right at the death, whereas this one, probably felt like an undeserved goal, but still really frustrating. And if things such as season ticket prices and stuff go up now, then I'm seriously thinking twice about whether to continue following Wolves, and spending so much money on them, So, look, we continued on. The red card then for Kerkez, who he's in my fantasy Premier League, so it wasn't brilliant for my FPL team. But, it looked, from where I was stood in the South Bank, looked a horrific challenge. I've not seen it back since, to be honest. It looked a horrible challenge on Doc, and to be fair to the referee, put that red card out, and they stuck to that decision. And then we did get that surprise goal at the end. Again, Kilman slots it home. The flag went up straight away, but when I've looked at a still, that is so tight as well. So unlucky. I think it's his backside, which is actually playing him offside, but that is a lot closer than what I think a lot of people saw in the stadium. So, look, ultimately, in terms of quality of performance, it wasn't good enough for Wolves, but in terms of the way the game, our beautiful game, it's not beautiful anymore, the way the game of football is going, it took a massive hit once again today at Molineux, and there's going to be a lot of fans that are starting to think twice about whether to renew their season tickets. We saw today it wasn't the best of attendances. I know Bournemouth on a Wednesday night's not the most attractive for fixtures, but 25k is probably the lowest I can think for a while at Wolves, other than FA Cup games. So hopefully, we react against Luton and try and get some more points on the board, because it seems like a long while since we have done. As always, guys, let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers, guys.